Why, hello everybody. Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included Spaced Out Edition here on our DC colony. Alright, so we've got several things going on in the base. I've been looking through comments as well. I appreciate them. Sometimes I think Gradius gets a little frustrated with some of the stuff I do. I apologize for that. Anyways, one of the comments I saw was about me making the mistake of how I split my pipes, in that, like, for example, I would have material coming in here into the vent, right? But when I come out, I split it. So automatically 50% is going here, 50% is going here. Now, I know that already. But the call out was, well, wouldn't it be better to just have it go through where I want it to go through first as a priority, like let's say power, and then loop it in to the stoves as an example. And exactly right, that would be a better approach. In this case, I've got it completely cut off because I'm supporting my stoves from this, and it seems to be working fine. Um, so I may come back and use this just as storage, excuse me, before I go into the power system, as a little backup storage there or something. But for now, it's all cut off. So, but it is a good point, and I forget those things sometimes. And also the comment about, you know, technically this doesn't need to be that way where you have separate inputs because no matter what, the vent's only going to output one block at a time. So if you have material coming in both lines, right now this one's dormant, it's still going to just one each out of each line. So where if you just plug this one into this pipe, it would be fine. So yeah, I realize that too. And I tend to put in, I tend to do this for whatever reasons. But appreciate. My goodness, let me get a drink. I just got a drink before I started recording. Going, okay, I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna be good. And then I start hacking away at the mic. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Anyways, so oxygen is going fine. Power production, of course, is a little low. We're primarily reliant on coal still. I do have a lot of power going through the base because of all of my automation. So that is one thing that I am going to have to prioritize soon, is looking at how to get other forms of power, because the coal will not last at this rate. Not with one farm, right? I would have to have like, 5, 6 farms continuously supporting coal production, or I'm going to have some different power options. Now, the power options that are on the map would be solar. That would make sense to do some solar. It appears that there are no asteroids, which is a little confusing, but maybe I missed something in the settings. So solar, seems to be safe. I don't have to protect the solar. So that could be something. Oh, I finally got into here. Well, let's put in Flash. Have a thing. Oh, this one's already been picked up. Okay. So it's just nobody ever picked that up. All right. Anyways, so I'll have to take a look. All we need for solar is the research and glass. So maybe that's something we need to focus on. Oh, we already are. Okay, so we're focusing on solar. We're just working through. Okay, good. Did I unselect that? No, it's still selected. Okay. Excellent, excellent. So let's get a glass refinery. I think I have that researched. I do. I have a glass forge. All right, of course. More power! Now, this one also puts out a lot of heat, too, which isn't a problem. We have plenty of cooling in the base. It's just a matter of, do we stick this in the base or we put it elsewhere? I'm tending, let's put it over here. I think this would be fine. I think I'm going to put it right here, in fact. Right? Yep, we're just gonna stick it right there. What did I make it out of? Mafic rock, thermally reactive, granite. I don't think it really matters, but let's switch that. Not that it matters. I mean, we get a decor value, but I don't think it makes a single bit of difference on a single machine like this. All right, so we'll do that. That means we need a liquid output for our nice hot glass. This does not need to be ceramic, but I'm doing it anyways. All right. And then we'll put this. Now, obviously, if these are both running at the same time, we're already at risk of overloading this wire. But since this is only going to run occasionally, we'll be okay. We don't need anything else in this, right? Yeah, nothing else. Okay, cool. So we'll get that. We are finishing up this stuff as well. What is this? This is the... Oh, yeah, this is the last of the pipe. Now, I did see the comments around the freezing, and I realized, you know, my logic was not clear. I was going, oh, you know, I'm contributing heat. I'm gonna take the heat and put it into the desalinator. Desalinator is going to output it at a certain temperature no matter what. So I need to raise this temperature. You're right. No, I don't need to raise the temperature what's in the pipe. That's not the problem. The problem is that I had water coming out into this nice negative 10 degrees, and it was freezing the pipe because there was just so much cold around it, and that's what was bursting the pipe. It was freezing the liquid inside the pipe. It wasn't that the desalinator was putting out negative temperature water after transferring it. It was just that, hey, it's so cold that it's just freezing it right away, and it doesn't have enough flow immediately off the bat to get it flowing to stop it from freezing and raise the temperature in the pipe. So sorry, my bad on the poor way of saying all of that. You know, and down here will help just because it's going to come out, and since this area is not freezing, it won't, the pipe's not going to be cold, and so therefore it'll help solve that problem. But anyways, water under the bridge, as they say. It is done already. Why are we building this out here? Not that it matters. So let's continue that construction as well. We got to think about where we're going to take this down eventually, but... Oh, yeah, I already did. Never mind. Make sure we're not building anything out of steel there. And we've got this going down, so we're good, except technically we can't reach this. It's either I mine this out after they build the... No, we don't have to do it after. We can just mine it out now. Okay. We'll mine that out so they can get that. We got to here. We stopped because we were out of copper at the time, but we need to continue this down, which does mean we need another bypass there. We're going to need a bypass there. Eventually, we could probably just put a power transformer up there so that we don't have this long line coming out of the base. So, we'll put... Now, this will be... No, we'll come out the bottom. So, we'll come here. And we'll go up like that. There we go. That'll complete that. Cool. We're gonna need, if we're gonna do that though, we're gonna need something to get over to here, so we'll just stick that there for now. Alright, cool. That should take care of all of that. No, seed. This can go up to that temperature. Alright, cool. Alright. And now, let's see. Food production, everything's still going well. Oxygen is fine. We're still bringing in oxygen. We've got a lot of, what's going on here? Pump not in, oh. Oh, no, it's just that we don't have water flow. I getcha. Because we don't have this finished. All right, so let me see. So this goes like this. We got to finish this. Let's just knock these out. Let's get this done. Because we're trying to rely on the recycled polluted water, and we're not producing enough yet. So let's do that. Goes here, and then it goes down. So we don't need it to go right there for right now. That was for additional cooling into the base if we wanted it. Alright, so let's just get this knocked out, and then this will be good. Yeah, I mean, this is pumping out and stuff, but the problem is that... Oh, I get it. Because we've got this input, it stopped putting water in. Now technically we won't need this later, but I'm just going to put it in now. And we'll do that. Alright, so water's going to come through. This thing's going to start working. We got some more liquid melting up here. Okay, this is now running. See, here's the thing. See, like, this was coming out at like 20 degrees or whatever up above, and it was freezing. And that's the other thing I messed up, is I was saying that this automatic... I got it confused, you know, because there's certain machines that no matter what you put into it, the output of either the air or the liquid or whatever is always going to put it out at a certain temperature, right? And that's also what I messed up here is... this one doesn't say it puts it out at a certain temperature, but there's other things that will. We know that it heats it up and it puts it out at a set temperature. I'd have to go look it up on the tile where it says, hey, it adds plus 40 degrees or whatever, right? But there are other machines that, you know, if you put something into it, no matter what comes out, it's going to be X temperature. So that's the other thing I kind of messed up on in my explanation and thinking. And see, we're still getting cold damage here. Really? 17 degrees. Is it... Well, that's kind of annoying. I thought that if we got it moved down here and we put it through this area, that we would be able to heat it up enough to avoid the cold damage, but we're not. We may need to just... just a couple little things here just to encourage it to get above the 0. And I'm sure explanation's gonna come along and say, you still got it wrong, and you're probably right. Alright, anyways. We will work on that. Don't worry. I will learn my lesson one of these days. But we have glass! Aha! So let's queue this up. Okay, well, we'll get that fixed. Temporarily, we had all of this fixed. Alright, we also need to get this done too, because this will not last. You know, we're just draining this out because it was excess from this, and we gotta get this all mined out as well. In fact, let's start that process. I hate that I'm gonna undo this and it's gonna release some liquid back here, but that's okay. We'll just do it so that we can get that done. All right, so you guys are gonna come do this. Very good, very good, very good. Okay. That's gonna help heat it up. So right now we're at -5 and we're coming out at 21, which would say that, oh, it's going down. See, here's the problem. As soon as this hits 0, that's where we're going to have the problem. But if this is at -2, we might be able to tailor it. If it's coming out at negative, we might want a couple more pipes just to make sure we don't get too cold. This is barely holding. It's at a negative temperature now, so there will be freeze damage here soon. So I might want to just do it a little bit more. We'll just do those two. Oh, whoops. I don't need these on 9s. There we go. Alright, we'll do that. Let's also mop this up so they don't get discouraged by standing in liquid. Okay, so we got that. You are researching. We're going to get this taken care of. And then we're going to put in our pump. Let's go ahead and put in our pump. Oh, the pump's gonna have to come here. Alright, we're gonna have to jury-rig a... That's gonna be tricky. We can't get down there. Alright. We'll keep the ladder where it is. We'll come over here. And we'll do that. This will need power. Very good. Okay. We'll want some automation on it too, kind of like what we have here, at least to turn it on and off. So let's go ahead and stick that in here so that we have it. Okay. Cool. But otherwise, at the moment, okay, now that this is built, there we go. Now we're not hitting this with negative. Okay, so we should maintain. Yeah, so it looks like what you put in is what you're getting out for the most part. So, awesome. Hey, we got some meat here. Don't let that meat go to waste. Turn it into barbecue. Something died. All right. Awesome. Well, that means we can stop fiddly-diddling around with all of that stuff and move on to bigger and better things. And we'll also have our first... We'll have our first glass already. How's our research coming along for our solar? Poorly. What are we short on? This is the materials study terminal, which is this one, right? Oh, I turned this off because of power. We're not going to finish our research unless we enable that. So let's enable that. Let's push through that solar. That means that off of this line here, we're going to need to take a power line up. Which is fine. We can do that. Okay, and we're going to need more coal, or I mean copper, which is also fine because we actually have plenty of it. So we'll do that. We also need to continue mining this out. Simply because we're going to be putting in our launch area here. So we might as well continue progressing. All right. Yeah, we get the copper, or get the solar in, and a little battery section to store the excess power during the day. That will be really good. All right, and then we got to decide. We were getting ready to send someone over to the other colony, which I think we already selected one individual. Could probably send you. I'm gonna hold this for a moment. Now, who was it that we were gonna send over? It was someone new. It was you, Green Arrow. We were gonna send over, so we'll give you the super duper, because then you'll be useful over there. Everybody else is good, right? Our only other new person was Cyborg. Okay, yeah. So it's Green Arrow. So the question is in the next episode, I think we can go ahead and send Green Arrow over to the other colony. Not sure why you're damaged, but we'll put you up on a sick so it gets repaired. Must have accidentally had something else come through. Okay, so you've got 11 cycles to go. You've got 5 cycles to go, so we'll transfer over. Our power needs are more than what we can produce currently, so we'll get that fixed. And then we are slowly coming down here still, so we'll need to continue this effort as well, so that we can continue to clear things out, collect resources and whatnot. We're doing the same over here. We do need more copper. Let's just go do that, just so that we have that taken care of. And then I'm also going to just pop in over here really quick, just so that it gives us a little extra copper. Other than that, we are doing good. Now, here soon we'll be able to start fixing up our food a little bit more as well, meaning that we can transfer more stuff. Right now, mainly it's fried mushrooms is what we're eating, which on our scale... Is this fried mushroom? Yeah, is a +1 morale and a poor +1 quality. So it would be nice to push into some of this stuff more. But in order for all of that, I mean, the stuffed berry could be a big potential. But in order to get to the mushroom wraps or the surf and turfs, well, surf and turf is fine, but the mushroom wraps or some of the other stuff, we need lettuce. And there's no lettuce on this map, but there might be in the other colony. Anyways, thank you for joining me. In the next episode, we will hopefully get some solar in. We're going to start planning that out. We'll finish up the research. We'll get our power line up. And we'll be good to go. We'll also, out here, start putting in, as soon as we get a little extra copper, some fire poles. So that we can transfer a little bit faster working through our base. All right. Well, thank you for joining me, everybody, and take care.